What if I told you that a real-life princess gave up everything, her title, her wealth, and her royal lifestyle, all for love, from imperial palaces to a one-bedroom apartment in New York City? This is the incredible true story of Mako Komuro, formerly known as Princess Mako of Japan. Let's go! On October 23, 1991, Princess Mako was born into Japan's imperial family. As the eldest daughter of Crown Prince Fumihito and Crown Princess Kiko, Mako was destined for a life of privilege and responsibility. From the moment she took her first breath, she was thrust into a world of ancient traditions, strict protocols, and intense public scrutiny. Growing up in the Akasaka estate in Tokyo, Mako's childhood was far from ordinary. While other kids were playing in parks and going to regular schools, young Mako was learning the intricacies of royal etiquette and preparing for a life of public service. But don't think for a second that Mako's royal status meant she could slack off in her studies. She attended the prestigious Gakushuin School, known for its rigorous academic standards and its long history of educating Japan's elite. As Mako grew older, her thirst for knowledge only intensified. She didn't just rest on her royal laurels. Instead, she pursued higher education with a passion that would make any parent proud. In 2014, she graduated from the International Christian University in Tokyo with a bachelor's degree in art and cultural heritage. Not content with just one degree, Mako went on to study at the University of Edinburgh and later obtained a master's degree in art museum and gallery studies from the University of Leicester in the UK. As a member of the imperial family, Mako had a packed schedule of public duties. She attended official ceremonies, represented Japan at international events, and even became a patron of various organizations, including the Japan Tennis Association and the Japan Koji Association. But Mako wasn't just going through the motions. She took her role seriously and even volunteered to help victims of the devastating 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami. She did it incognito without revealing her identity, but little did Mako know that her life was about to take a turn that would make global headlines and change everything she knew. In 2012, while studying at the International Christian University, Mako met a charming law student named Kei Komuro. It was her classic college romance. Two young people bonding over shared interests and dreams. But there was one tiny complication. Mako was a princess and Kei was a commoner. Now, in many countries, this might not be a big deal, but in Japan, where the imperial family is steeped in tradition and governed by strict rules, it was huge, like earth-shattering huge. Fast forward to 2017 and the couple announced their engagement. At first, it seemed like a fairy tale come true. The Japanese public was thrilled, the media was gushing, and it looked like Mako and Kei were headed for their happily ever after. Just months after the engagement announcement, a financial scandal involving Kei's mother hit the news. Suddenly, the fairy tale turned into a tabloid nightmare. The Japanese media went into a frenzy, digging up every possible detail about Kei's family and their finances. The public reaction was brutal. Online forums were flooded with negative comments, criticizing Mako for her choice of partner. Some even called her a leech and questioned her right to marry Kei. It was like watching a real-life soap opera, but with very real and painful consequences for the couple. The Imperial Household Agency, clearly caught off guard by the scandal, announced that the wedding would be postponed. What was supposed to be a joyous occasion in 2018 turned into years of waiting, speculation, and intense media scrutiny. The pressure on Mako was immense. Imagine having your relationship dissected by millions of people, your every move analyzed, and your future husband vilified in the press. It's no wonder that in 2021 it was revealed that Mako had been diagnosed with complex post-traumatic stress disorder due to the immense negative attention. Despite the opposition, the criticism, and the enormous pressure, Mako stood by her decision to marry Kei. In a move that shocked many, she announced that she would give up her royal title and leave the imperial family to marry the man she loved. Mako was willing to sacrifice everything: her title, her status, her place in the only family she'd ever known. All for love. If that's not the plot of a blockbuster romance movie, I don't know what is. In Japan, female members of the imperial family who marry commoners are entitled to a one-time payment of about $1.3 million to help them adjust to life outside the palace. But Mako, in an unprecedented move, refused the money. She turned down over $1 million. Mako didn't want to be seen as taking public money amid the controversies surrounding her marriage. On October 26, 2021, Mako and Kei finally tied the knot. But if you're picturing a lavish royal wedding with horse-drawn carriages and thousands of well-wishers lining the streets, think again. The couple opted for a low-key civil ceremony, registering their marriage at a local government office. No pomp, no circumstance, just two people in love making a commitment to each other. And then, in a move that had everyone talking, Mako and Kei packed their bags and headed for New York City. The former princess and her new husband swapped the imperial palace for the concrete jungle. You might be thinking, okay, but surely they're living in some swanky penthouse on Park Avenue, right? Wrong. Mako and Kei settled into a modest one-bedroom apartment in Manhattan. For a woman who grew up in palaces, this was a seismic shift. Mako wasn't content to just sit around their new apartment. She was determined to make her own way in the world. And what did she do? She became a volunteer at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. The former princess took an unpaid position assisting curators in the Asian art department. Imagine walking into the Met and seeing a former Japanese princess cataloging artifacts or writing descriptions for exhibitions. It's like something out of a movie, but it's Mako's real life. One of her projects at the Met involved working on an exhibition of hanging scroll paintings by Japanese artist Yamada Shinzan. Mako even wrote an essay for the museum's website about one of the scrolls. Kei wasn't sitting idle either. After graduating from Fordham Law School, Kei set his sights on becoming a practicing attorney in New York. But passing the bar exam is no walk in the park. Kei's journey to becoming a lawyer has had its ups and downs. He initially failed the New York bar exam, but did he give up? With Mako's constant support, Kei kept studying and retook the exam. As of October 2022, Kei passed the New York bar exam on his third attempt and became eligible to become a licensed lawyer in New York. With bar certification, Kei has been promoted from a law clerk to an associate attorney at Lowenstein Sandler, working in their global trade and national security practice in New York. Going from royal riches to working-class New Yorkers is no small feat. With Mako working as an unpaid volunteer and Kei still establishing his law career, the couple has had to adapt to a very different financial reality. Gone are the days of royal allowances and palatial living. Instead, Mako and Kei are facing the same financial challenges that many young couples in New York deal with: high rent, expensive groceries, and the constant hustle of city life. They seem to be embracing it. Reports suggest that Mako and Kei have been spotted around New York, exploring the city like any other young couple. They've been seen shopping at grocery stores, eating at local restaurants, and even taking the subway. Mako has had to learn to navigate all sorts of day-to-day tasks that she never had to worry about before. Doing laundry, cooking meals, cleaning the apartment, all things that were likely taken care of for her in the palace. Going from the formality and tradition of the Japanese imperial family to the fast-paced, often chaotic energy of New York City must have been quite an adjustment. But by all accounts, Mako seems to be taking it all in stride. Of course, it hasn't all been smooth sailing. Despite moving halfway across the world, Mako and Kei haven't been able to completely escape the media attention. Japanese tabloids still follow their every move, reporting on everything from Kei's job prospects to speculation about when they might start a family. It's a constant balancing act for the couple, trying to build their new life while still being objects of intense public curiosity. And then, there are the financial uncertainties. Starting over in one of the most expensive cities in the world without the safety net of royal wealth is no small feat. There have been reports of the couple living frugally, carefully budgeting their expenses as they work towards financial stability. Through all of these challenges, Mako and Kei seem to be facing them together. Their story is a powerful reminder that sometimes love really does conquer all. Mako's story raises some profound questions about the nature of happiness and fulfillment. Is a life of duty and privilege really all it's cracked up to be? Or is there something to be said for forging your own path, even if it means giving up everything you've ever known? In many ways, Mako's journey is a modern-day fairy tale, but not the kind where the commoner becomes a princess. Instead, it's a story of a princess choosing love and independence over royal privilege. As we wind up this incredible story, I can't help but wonder, what does the future hold for Mako and Kei? Will they continue to build their life in New York? Will they one day return to Japan? Only time will tell. So, the next time you're walking down the streets of New York, keep an eye out. That unassuming woman sipping coffee at a sidewalk cafe or browsing books at a local store? She just might be a former princess, living her very own version of the American dream. Did Mako's story surprise you? What would you give up for love? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Infinite Lux. Until next time, keep dreaming big and following your heart. Who knows where it might lead you?